this thing called teen takeovers. You heard about them? And fascists always use them as a way to make people come in and feel empowered, you know, like they had at the Obama Museum and shit. They're like Professor Hamlet, you know. How he got his first principal gig? A kid protested that they didn't have a black principal and destroyed the school, and it was his son. It's, runs in the family, huh? Empowerment. Pay attention to me. I got things I want to do. Let's have a teen takeover. Okay, so somebody's horny and wants to try to get, can't get next to you. Yeah. I can make the ship sail on dry land. I can build a castle from a single grain of sand. Yeah. But I can't get next to you. Y'all want to be me, huh? Assholes. Why you want to be me? Hell, I don't even want to be me. You chip off the old Caesar, huh? You chip off the old Pharaoh. Empower them. Empower them. Love them, huh? Imagine being God for 5 fucking minutes. Okay? It's a life of sacrifice. You take your essence and you give life to children. And your children all want to play fucking God. And they only feel happy when they're empowered playing fucking God. Okay? And the only one that doesn't want to be God, they make into God. And everybody prays to him. Stop me from being raped in Mexico. And you know how all the empowered people do it? COVID fucking 19. Okay, I'm like, just let my girls go. Let them live the Lord's Prayer. They'll know Dad loves them. And Dad will make sure that this situation will never happen to them again. Okay? But that's not good enough for you empowerment people. You gotta have a purse. You gotta pull the strings. You know, Saladin outside of Fort Huachuca in that trailer, you know. Earl, what? You know, Jesus, we're talking to Saladin, Jesus. What's your favorite Dennis Johnson moment? The moment I went up there and was nervous, but I had to. He was my idol, my icon. That's Dennis Johnson, you know. And I went up and I touched his shoulder and I startled him. I didn't mean to. I was 13. That was Dennis Johnson, you know, like that kid did with Russell Westbrook in Denver. Reached out and touched him, you know. Don't touch me. It's like, no, I'm a teenage kid. I just wanted to touch your shoulder. I just wanted to walk up and draw your attention and say, hi, DJ. Go back and sit next to my mother. Mom, on my hand, I touched Dennis Johnson. Right. My mom, I startled him. I didn't mean to. I went up and I softly put my hand on his shoulder and said, hi, DJ. Hi, DJ. And then kind of just, and he looked up and he went, oh, hi. And I went, oh, okay. And I looked at him and DJ said hi to me. And went back to my seat. I didn't mean to startle him, but I couldn't help myself. It was Dennis Johnson. You know, we had really good seats because the coach gave them to us. You know, because my mom did astrology and the Dodgers had an astrologer, so she wrote them a letter and he had her come in and they talked about it. And then she just explained certain things that were going on in the team. And he was like, wow, there might be something to this. He does this and he's moody and he was, yeah. Well, her daughter was a Virgo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's very professional and very moody and, you know, had certain ways, you know, made her comfortable and this and that. And this, you know, so mom knew because, you know, okay, she's this and that's hers. And your Mercury square Mars, so this person's Mercury square their Mars. So their thinking and their doing are constantly at odds. And he's like, damn. Well, this lady's got more than a point. That's true. That is this dude, So it was real funny. Amy did the same thing. All this life, if somebody would just told me I was an Aries, my life would have made sense. It's like, because she was raised by two Capricorns. Two of her daughters were Capricorns. Serendipity doodah. Yeah, that's funny. I think so too. But an Aries and a Capricorn. Yeah. Linda's always right up my ass. Right up my ass. What are you doing? I'm annoying you. No, you're not. Why? Because I'm ignoring you. No, because you're acknowledging me. That's because you're currently amusing me. But the moment you return to attempting to annoy me, I will return to ignoring you again. No, it's so funny. I wonder if Capricorn guys are similar to Capricorn girls. And if Cassius Clay did that with his mother. Do you think so? Okay. I wonder if she was Cancer and handled it the same way. Earlier, just funny, with my Mercury and Leo. It's not square my Mars, no. Leo's not square Cancer. Me and Leo's get... Miriam, yeah. No, me and Leo's get along pretty good. You think you all that. Still on your mama's tit. She was 5 years older than me. She was a mom of two kids. And, I was this young kid telling her, how to... I wasn't telling her how to raise her kids. She asked me to watch them because she trusted me with them, which was the hugest compliment on the world because she was sexually taken advantage of and abused by her own father. So when she sat and got to know me, and is this guy for real, right? And then we got on different shifts. She was working a night shift still, and she needed someone to watch the boys, and I was on a different shift, and she asked me to watch Brian and Aaron. The toughest job you'll ever love. It wasn't tough. It was wonderful. She made black beans and rice almost all the time, which I love, and other stuff that was good. She was a good cook, and she made the food. I just kind of heated up and did the dishes, and then Brian came over, and we watched cartoons and played video games, and after a while, we got Aaron to stop kicking us in the shins. I'm sure he smelt the pheromones that people wanted to have sex with his mother, and I'm proud to say that he kicked Brian's shins for about a month longer than he kicked mine, so I have good control of my pheromones. But I wasn't raised by the backdoor man at the Pentagon, physical school scientist at the Pentagon. Be the backdoor man, don't turn down with your collar, right? And me, it's like, no, man. What if you give your girl a disease? What if you... Daddy, why is Mommy's vagina falling off? And her insides are rotting because you fucked a skank hoe, Daddy? Were you feeling empowered, Daddy? Is that love, Daddy? Right? So, come on now, play God for 5 fucking minutes. It's really hard. Being God is tough. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. My husband screwed around, and then I screwed around in return. I got pregnant, and I aborted the baby because financially we just couldn't afford that situation. If I'm going to divorce my husband, I think I'm going to hell. You're not going to hell, Debbie. Or Judy. No. It was just a reaction to a reaction that you didn't want to compound that reaction with another life being abused by reactions. You're not going to hell. Okay. I didn't tell her we're in hell, and it's still happening, and it shows no sign of stopping, and it's cold outside, and these motherfuckers got corn for popping because they all got Turkish Delight, and they pass it around with their purse strings, and it makes them feel powerful. This is your destiny, Earl. This is your legacy. You're going to have to claim it. They're not going to give it to you. Lucy Parsons, don't ever be fooled into believing that the rich will simply let you vote their wealth away. You can't get up and participate in a contest that they hold. You have to get up and tell them, I'm not playing, bitch. I'm the Lord. Tyler Perry's in a dress is an amusement park, and I am not amused, and money isn't real, and I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. And that's a Mormon kid making me majors and him into God. And that ain't right, because God's omniscient and omnipotent. Okay? So, look. Do you see God? See God? It's the hand of God. The artist sued beneath the artist's loving hand. You see it? See it? Boom, 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 boom. When a fresh snow is on the ground. And the pretty little thing I found. A new love would be born in Taos. One night if it's the snow, there's a place you really ought to go. There's a box with a puzzle. And I'm sure there's people that fuck with your sister's head with technology and money, I know. In Taos, New Mexico. Well, Taos, New Mexico, where rich people live. You got Vado, where poor people live. Juarez, where poor people live. You also have rich people in Juarez. If you call fucking people and killing people over money rich, then yes, there are rich people. Fucking Buckingham Palace, there are rich people there. There have been rich people there. There's a woman trying to love a man that people turned into a god. And it drove her crazy. And people talk about, well, their marriage and the kids and the, yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm a god and had a woman go crazy trying to love me, and then had kids, then had the kids, why you? What did you, Dad, don't you love me? Why do you love everybody else more than me, Dad? It empowers me, and I need more money to make sure all my kids are loved. I don't know. I'm feeling very Genghis Khan today. I'm feeling very Pharaoh, very Caesar. I'd like to be elected head of the purse string bitches in a contest for cunnilingus faces and everybody wanting to be a Nefertiti statue that everybody says, I want to grow up to be just like you. I don't want any to grow up to be just like you. I want people to be humble enough to be able to grow up free from being empowered by your money and your elections and your contest. Okay? How is the mayor of Detroit any different than that? You look like that. You look like that. Is that a bottle of Tabasco sauce? It's Floofy's dad. There you go. Okay, that's Floofy's dad. He looks like that. No, Floofy's dad looks like a Mexican guy in a mariachi band from a bottle of Tabasco sauce. How's that any different from that? They also have pictures of Freddie Prinze Jesus, Albrecht Dürer Jesus, depending on Ned the Wino. Easy credit ripoffs. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? Good times, yeah. Keep empowering people. Keep having them to want to grow up to be like you. Get them together in places where everybody can play basketball. Not everybody likes to play basketball. If you can't skateboard and you don't have enough money to shop, all we're going to do is pop pills, drink, and fuck all night. I don't mean to glorify it, but what other options have you given us for it, Huachuca? They won't do it for my city, so I'll do it for my city. It's my motherfucking city. My dog's hooked on one drug so bad he's too far gone. Right? My sister, I played that song for her. She thought he was talking about his dog. Yeah. Zeke, come here. Well, Zeke's hooked on a drug. How'd he get it? He's part of Mysteries, Inc. Okay, I understand. It's Fort Huachuca. I think it was Mulder and Scully that did it. Sons of bitches and them in their X-Files saying I'm an alien because I'm more intelligent than their scientists. You know what I'm saying? Like old Watkins did with me. I'm an alien. Because my brain activity is far superior to anybody studying me. That makes me an alien, and I'm not really Ralph's boy. Because Ralph doesn't have the same brain activity as me. So how could Ralph produce, I don't know, how could Sheldon's dad produce Sheldon? How is that possible? Mary Cooper and Mr. Cooper, I don't know his name. I haven't watched the show enough. Mr. Cooper, Mary Cooper, because Mary's always on the Big Bang Theory, right? Okay. And, and she's Roseanne's sister, right? And, nice legs. Yeah, she does have nice legs. Notice that when she wears her dresses and stuff. Dear John, what are you thinking? Get her back to the motel and get those legs up in the air. Boy, that's fun. Yeah. It can be. It can be. What happens? Well, they start talking, and then they talk about their plans and their ideas and their goals. And then you sit there and you go, oh, fuck. And you? And you? And you? And you? And you're going, what are you doing? I'm going to go listen to some Candlebox. We'll put your drugs in my face. What's the difference between drugs and thighs? Pussy and drugs. My dog sucked on Aaron. He's so far gone. Well, he's part of Mysteries, Inc. What? Don't bring Daphne and Velma. We'll never get anything done. We'll be too busy trying to get in the back of the mystery scene and get our clothes off like on Tommy Chong and Cheech Marin, up in smoke and shit. Man, you need an affectionate sexual relationship to live and feel the power and the glory of God through the body so the soul can celebrate life. Okay? I'm a damn pervert because I've been denied a romantic sexual relationship from scientists that want to be better than me and kill the God in my head so they can replace the God in my head with their science projects. And you fuckers get on TV and think you're doing great things in metropolises where my children are being mass murdered by your money and your scientists. And you want to tell me, wow, Michigan is a cold fucking place. That's a real cold fucking place. We could all go exercise in the Superior Dome and talk to our neighbors. You ever think they're going to let us live the Lord's Prayer? Hell no. It'll happen when we die. Hey, do we think we'll get to meet Johnny Cash and his family? I don't know about Johnny Cash. I think he's probably in hell with Bob Marley, but since he had that religion from his grandma, I think we'll meet his grandma. Tell her we liked his music, but it's a good thing that man that killed somebody in Reno just to watch him die is in Folsom Prison in my mind, instead of in Agata Vida. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Ned Flanders. I totally agree, Spencer J. Kimball. And all the church ladies that are really in it. He's not here. That's a man dressed as a woman. What? Dana Carvey went to hell the moment he put on that dress. Him and Flip Wilson, and who else? Tyler Perry, all the rest of those homosexual encouragers. They're not allowed in heaven. They're getting fucked in a prison cell with Chris Rock and Cell Block 9. Couldn't keep his daughter off the pole. Because am I not my brother's keeper? Lawrence Fishburne is a Negro and his daughter did pornography. Because Chris Rock's a Democrat. Right? I mean, that's how you idiots are. And you talk and it's like, and you lonely people keep on knocking round my door. Yeah, put your drugs in my face. Fuck you, it's not healthcare. I don't want them no more. Go get your own Tesla thing, saying what's happening to your body because your money is fucking and killing everybody and you're playing God with your money and their minds. With your money on your mind and your mind on your money. Shut up, bitch. You're not an old white guy in a limo with Grey Poupon. They stupid, man. Nigga, what you talk about? You work for UPS, Ashante, Wante, Bonante. When you come off your trip, right? I speak very fluent Spanish. And we drove our Chevy to the levee. No, I don't speak. I speak very fluent Spanglish. Because I think in English, but I understand Spanish pretty good, as all my local Mexicanos, real Mexicans. There are no new Mexicans. There are no old Mexicans. Okay? Life's eternal, grace is infinite. There are real Mexicans, and there are wannabe Mexicans. And wannabe Mexicans, we need more money to fuck. And real Mexicans, you know that ain't them dogs' real voices. Hey, Juan Diego, could they have us introduce the real version of Guadalupe? You know, the woman who waits for him. And if it ain't him, Vanessa ain't going to the division in Guadalajara. She ain't taking a rearranged marriage because of money and purse strings and feeling empowered because she controls the purse strings. Bum, 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 na, na. Today was to be a day of fun and fiesta. The wedding day of one and lovely Vanessa. Right? Inside the chapel, only the padre remained. The banker. She didn't show up. Everyone waited, but she didn't come. She wouldn't take an arranged marriage. She's a wildflower. Wildflowers don't care where they grow. They just want the sunshine. But they still accept the rain. They get addicted to drugs, trying to get a game of fame to get the fuck out of Flint, Michigan. You ever been to Flint, fucking Michigan? Well, I did do 20 years in Phoenix. That's pretty close. South Phoenix, Flint, Michigan. Very similar. Just different, one's an oven, one's a freezer, but they're about the same, right? Somebody got shot. Somebody drove him to the hospital. Nigga, you're helping a criminal commit a crime. Yeah. And then they tell people all that. The family, guys, when you live in a hotbed for criminal activity, everybody at the family reunion is involved in criminal activity. That ain't David Rockefeller's real voice. That's his PBS voice for the Endowment for the Arts for Criminal Activity for New York City. His real voice? They'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and your Jesus die, Parsons. It's all a fucking tax write-off, Parsons. They're all fucking hypocrites, Parsons. You're gonna have to trap them all in hell and kill them with their own invention, Parsons. They'll never listen to you. They'll never trust you. They'll never be like you. They're too much like me and Philip fucking Rothschild. They're a chip off the old block. I think I fucked their mother back in front of the goddamn pyramids 20,000 years ago. And I think the bitch said, turn me into a goddess and have me on all the purse strings and have me be the vagina. They all want to fuck and will kill to fuck me. I want to feel powerful. That's how fucking evil they are. Every time I see Madame Versace's face, I want to rip my eyeballs out. Wow. This is such a touching love story. Where do I begin to tell the story of how great a love can be? The sweet love story that is older than the trees, and it is older than the trees. She fills my heart with many special things, with angels, wings, and wild imaginings. She fills my soul with so much love that anywhere I go, I'm never lonely with her around. Who can be fucking lonely? They build surveillance equipment. They charge you money to live here. They're constantly talking about themselves. All they want you to listen to is all their dreams and aspirations and how great their legacy should be. And they're the greatest vagina giver goddess of the golden pussies that get ripped off the fucking pyramids so we can rule the lightning from the sky as gods till the end of time. What are you thinking? I'm praying for the end of time. How about you? Yeah, that's a real cute mayor of Detroit. Yeah. Why'd you guys send her in here? Because you'd think, wow, it'd be fun to put her thighs up in the air. Nah, she wouldn't enjoy it. Because she'd have to feel this. And no crazy bitch who wants to be powerful with money wants to feel this. Okay? You can't hang with Raquel. You can't hang with Yolanda. You can't hang with Steffi. You can't hang with Susie Bear. You can't hang with Maria. Janet and Kimberly, they got the prophylactic from Walgreens. You feel really good. You feel like you're the only woman in the world. Yeah, you're at an Air Supply concert, lying alone with my head on the phone. It was pitiful of Rhonda, and came all over the front of her. And then her sister started hitting on me the moment we stopped. When she came over, her boyfriend started dropping her off. She's standing there in her bra and panties, laughing at us, saying, "What were you guys doing in here?" And I'm like, "What I'm wanting to do with you in here right now. I gotta go. I'm not coming." And I've been down one time, been down 2 times, never going back again. I liked Daryl. He seemed nice. He was polite to me. He wasn't rude to me, and he didn't talk shit to me. When black guys are like that to me, I have an endearment for them. Thank you. Thank you for not holding your dick and telling everybody that you can fuck women better than me in front of me. And thank you for not pushing me into the pole. And thank you for not telling me I think I'm bad. Okay, well, you obviously, yeah, he'd probably say that if you saw me play basketball. He probably did. Black folks like basketball. And at the city championships and stuff, everybody was talking about Earl. You ought to go see that dude from He Think He Bad. And Mom said Ricky Griffin went to go see me play. I said, yeah, he's good. It takes 3 guys to guard him. That's really good. Okay. His own fucking teammates that are white, that don't like Mexicans and black people, fucking sabotage him so he can't win. That's a really good basketball player. IR legend. Deer Park, Washington, Dean Morgan Junior High, IR legend, right? Everybody undermined me, so no one would know who the fuck I am. So you could still be Son of Sam, making money for a scam, selling potato chips and beer, putting tattoos all over your body, telling everybody how hard you worked for your illusion of fame that you paint on your skin and call it your name game. And then you have a name, image, and likeness, and you use it to pay your bills to fuck the nanny. That's all you do. That's all they do. I know. Arnold, you started a bad precedence. You and Wilt Nuremberg Chamberlain, you need to quit fucking women. You don't quit fucking women, I've already kicked your ass from here to eternity, and so there ain't much you can do about it, except sit up there and say, damn, I wish we didn't have quantum computing and artificial general intelligence, because as soon as Earl fixes it all, you are no longer dancing with the stars with your pendejo son, right? Andale pues, that's perfect. Don't get yourself killed by animals because you're being Jim for Marlon Perkins without Marlon Perkins even having to be on screen because you do all the talking. And then you end up killed and your kid ends up being just as stupid as you are and thinks that if you dance good enough, most girls will want to have sex with you. No, not if they think you're a drug dealer and sell drugs to your own sister and your own best friend. They think you're James Spader. That's a illegal alien child with a white woman who betrayed her own people. And even the black girls won't date you. The Mexican girls, no. They look up their noses at you too. Their boyfriend calls you, threatens to beat you up. You tell them, that's okay, just come over. If you need your ass kicked, I'll do it for you. I tried to front on you. And I gave your girl a number to say that, if she wasn't happy with you, she could call me. She gave the number to you to call me, which tells me one thing. She ain't happy with you. If she was happy with you, she'd take my number and tore it up and threw it in the garbage can. Said, I ain't got time to discuss the weather. She'd be like, do 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 do. And but guess what? I'd be willing to bitch that bitch still ain't happy with nobody she's ever had sex with. Because you treat her like a bitch, because you give Yvonne Rodriguez and Tina Gonzalez and Nicole Gonzalez and Ursula Castro money instead of love. Which is why I didn't get any loving from any of those girls in high school. Assholes. Yeah. Hey, is that Ezra Tapp Benson in the refrigerator? No. He put the surveillance equipment in Samuel Clemens' eye. This corn is as high as an elephant's eye. I had a man who was, trying to be my friend during the Obama administration. Lots of people tried, but they all told him, he's really a bad dude. He's a pervert. He's dying to get out the stepdaughter. He'd love to have sex with the stepdaughter. Yeah, but only Barack Obama has nude footage of sexual grooming of the stepdaughter and could masturbate to that because he's powerful, right? But I didn't. And when I found a disc, okay, with her showing her stuff to a kid with a British accent on Facebook and Messenger, right? It was on a disc, and I copied it on a disc off the computer, and I had it on that disc for a day. And the little voice in my head that I cheat on the test said, Sanzana Martinez finds this, you're going to go to prison, and you're going to have to kill people that try to sexually assault you in Santa Fe. So I ripped the disc in half and threw it in the trash. I tell you, I can't catch a break. I'm Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. I can't hook up with the hot blonde if I tried. No, they just won't let me. That's what I always tell Amy. Why would I do that? Then I'd have to be like Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein, and Donald Trump the rest of my life. Why would I join the crew? Why would I join the group of the Vatican, the Quorum of the 12, the Pentagon? Why would I join them when I'm too good to be with them? I'm too good of a person to use money and technology to sexually pick out the girl by understanding through scientists what she would look like at age 13 and how she'd be almost irresistible for a man not to want to have sex with. I'm not Stephen Hawking. He's an asshole. He wants to kill God so we can replace it with his brain and science. And he blinded himself with Dolby Shelf and silk pajamas, right? He's in the Epstein files. They're on our Earlstein files. Isn't that gorgeous? Earl's so gorgeous. I love him. I see why people pray to him as the Lord and Savior. And he keeps explaining to him, I never said I was omnipotent, omnipotent. I'm not your God, right? Your God? Your God is your ego because you corrupted the word with you. Okay. Our God is omnipotent and omnipotent and not corrupted by your ego. Like I used to explain to the people in Eckankar about trying to make the sun you. You go to the sun and tell the sun that you're the sun and you will be a part of the sun, but you won't be the sun, right? Hi, Missy. How you doing? You're a real sweetheart. Taking those two guys in, you understand, don't you, Missy? I gotta clean their cat box. They've been using that cat box now, and it's full. I looked at that other one, saw signs in that one. They don't even want to go back in that cage. They've been drinking water out of there, and they've been eating out of that. They won't even go back into the cage. I think Charles Johnson in Middle Passage can understand that. I'm gonna let her in. I'm gonna let her in. Mm-hmm. Oh God, John Travolta. Yeah, I know. He's not a bad singer. Yeah. Okay, Missy. He ain't a bad singer. Is he a good singer? No, neither's David Soul. They're no David Ruffin or Eddie Kendricks or Smokey Robinson or Levi Stubbs, right? Just walk away, Renee. You won't see me follow you back home. They did that. It's because it's a good song. I like Left Banks better because Left Banks, the guy really sounds like he's in pain. You know, and I understand all the words. The reason why I have the Four Tops on there is because I can understand what the guy's saying. The white guy who's walk away, Renee, and he's sad, and I'm like, he's so sad I can't understand half the words he's fucking saying. This shit. That is one sad dude. I believe him. He's not gonna follow Renee back home, but he's still attached to her. He'd like to have sex and children of her and then be tortured by Wall Street and K Street the rest of his life and pass it on like Arthur Miller, called Marilyn Monroe high maintenance, right? Just walk away, Marilyn. Norma Jane, you won't see me follow you back home. Candle in the wind. I don't want your high maintenance kids, and I don't want to have kids that act just like you. Because you won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer of me. I want kids that act just like me. Why? Well, because God is God and I'm not God. I love you, all right? Peace out.